We live in interesting times where everything is an argument. Gone were the days when common sense was that common, when a shoe was just a shoe. Now, when you say a shoe, you'll be asked, is it Reebok? Is it Fubu? Is it Nike? Is it Canva? Is it this? Is it that? No, 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 hold up. It's just a shoe, man. It's just a shoe. Simple. It's a shoe. We're not going to the brands. So we have become so argumentative. Like the argument between orange. Is it a color? Is it a fruit? Kiwi. Is it a bird? Is it a fruit? And trust me, that takes you to people who will even go down paths of conspiracy theories or thinking, I was just talking about a fruit. How did we get into signs and symbols? It's just a fruit. And that's the interesting thing where we are. We become so argumentative. The little children, we're talking about the generation alpha, are looking at the adults and thinking, is this what it means to be an adult? Like you're 24/7, bitter, angry, ranting, cussing, doing all these things, and still not make any effort to make any sense of what you're doing. The kids seem to be more smarter than the older generation, than the most generation. They're thinking, okay, even common sense. Common sense is becoming gold right now. You know, like you literally a needle in a haystack. Because the things that we call intrusive thoughts seems to be the one that is working, and common sense seems to be the one being placed in a pocket. Like, we are living in a time whereby someone is going to steal and stream and not expect to be arrested. Someone is going to come into a restaurant, spill everything, record and say how bad the service was, yet all they could have done is just have a simple conversation with the person who's on the other end, agree to disagree, pay or walk away and leave everything okay. We seem to be in a situation whereby if people are protesting, there's a lot of hooliganism, vandalization, thinking, how did this become part of the conversation again? Okay. We in a time whereby someone will just see you walking. Let's say you're a family and someone will start ranting. You are a couple, people will be ranting. It's a father and their daughter. Oh, look at that one. It's a mother and their son. Oh, look at that one. It's a grandparent and their child. Oh, look at that. Everything seems to be an argument. Sadly, or crazy enough, baseless argument, lacking facts, just opinions, and people think, I can say anything. We are living in a time, I recall that I've reached a point whereby I'm even careful with what I say and why I say to who I say. Because the last thing I want is to be on a TikTok and someone trying to tag me or something and saying stuff that's really not true. And then they're thinking, oh, wow, twisting everything. You reach a point where you have to like have a screenshot or something. You know, like I worked in a place whereby if you didn't have a backup screenshot, my friend, you lose your job in a blink of an eye. Why? Because the level of toxicity and lies and manipulation was up the roof. And so you always have to have that backup information, clarify, you know, all these things. And you really have to be careful. We live in a time whereby these gadgets called our accessories, whether it's your phone or your tablet or your laptop, seem to be doing the controlling most of the part. And the people supposed to control it seem to be telling it, take me. We're in a time whereby chatbox and AI, AI being chatbox ideally, it's all one and the same. Them telling us what to do. You're telling this whatever chatbox service you're using, I want to cook. It tells you, oh, you can't cook at this time, and I'm here thinking, when you're talking to a chatbox or at any AI, you need to understand it is programmed by someone in a particular company to which you are dealing with. So ideally, you're telling someone from another company what you want them to tell you to do. That's really weird and dystopian and sad, because if you're telling particular chatbot or any AI tool that you're using that you want to drive, well, you can literally walk and just drive. The amount of power you give it, it even starts thinking, maybe I should control these people. You know, like the Terminator movie and series, and you're thinking, huh. Or iRobot, you're thinking, are we that bad, far off from that? Nope, we seem to be too close to it. And you see, people trust most of these machines with their life. But I keep saying, they are all programmable. Yes, programmed by human being, and over time they will program themselves, and then they decide maybe in the AI court of law, need to be locked up. And that's scary. Like I always say, all the information we've ever put on digital footprint, it's going to end up in an AI court of law. And depending on whoever owns it, or if the machines decide to play, Thanos on us, snap the finger moment, we are cooked. They will dig everything from the moment you stepped into the digital world. So I always say, we argue so much, and this is where politicians win. This is where companies that lobby win, because we are so divided by race, ethnicity, ideologies, communities, that being controlled becomes super easy. All you have to say is, no, is that particular party that did this? No, is that particular race that did this? Did they really? Is that really the argument? You wonder why trafficking becomes so sad, easy for kids and grown-ups? Because instead of people trying to get into the root cause of something, you are like, no, it's that team, no, it's that team, it's that team. Yeah, maybe, yeah, there are all those things, but can we just come and find the root cause and find a way out? Oh, wait. When someone says that, you've been bought, you've been done this, and you wonder why we're that controlled. And then we have this other team that you go to a country or a community or a nation or some area, and you want to tell them how to live their life. It's like someone coming to your house and tell you where to put your slippers or your shoes, or how to tuck in your blanket. I'm like, dude or lady, I don't know where you came from, but in my house, I have my rules. I have my way of doing things. You do you, I do me. And you go to a country and a culture and you disrespect them because you feel you're entitled or you're owned, or all this entitled crap we seem to witness. And you forget, they never needed you. They don't need you. You came into their country, their nation, their community. Respect them. I traveled to a country. I had a culture shock at the immigration desk. I'll never forget when I saw this guy. He was like he was turned on or something, until this chick at the immigration desk, they spoke in a language I never understood the language, but I understood the facial. And the next thing was like, I was like, no problem. And I could tell this is a couple. This is not a couple. This is like two different families here. And it's like they all bolted and they were gone. Then I went and so in Kenya we have groundnuts, so we call them jugu. So they're normally back. I don't know if they do it anymore. Nowadays we put them in small papers. Before we used to put them in a concave kind of a paper. It was like a newspaper, and then it was the way it was done, it looked like a cone. Then the groundnuts will be put on the lower end, and sometimes to finish the upper end, you'll go and remove the smaller end. I went to this place. It's a beautiful country, interesting people, and I loved it. And I saw this thing that looked like grass. I wanted to buy it. But deep in my heart, I'm like, no, bro, don't you dare try. I need to come and later learn they were actually grasshoppers, but dried and roasted. Because I noticed when the person was eating, they were like, wait, why am I seeing the small legs moving to, like they were stuck somewhere here. I'm like, that's not a groundnut. There's nothing groundnut related. So I went and asked someone, like, I've seen something that's bothered me. Like, oh yeah, those are actually grasshoppers. Roasted grasshoppers. I'm like, oh. But in the same country, I saw a tilapia fish so big. I was like, this is my place, this is my star. So the thing is, you go to a country, go to a nation, respect it, learn it. If you can't adopt, bounce, leave. They never needed you, they never called you, respect. We fight so much for things and in issues that can easily be resolved if we all put our ego aside, agree to disagree amicably without insulting and acting like lunatics. I'm just saying.